Hello, boys and girls. We are going to do our read aloud. I actually recorded all of our videos earlier today, and when I was going to send them to you, I discovered they didn't have any sound. So I am going to redo them. The easiest one is going to be our read aloud, so I'll start there and then I'll go back and do the other things that we need to do. But I am out. You can see that this wall looks different. I'm outside in my camper because it's a little quieter out here since my whole family is home. So, yeah, I love our camper. It's a lot of fun. And I know that Eli is camping right now with his family. And so he's been sharing some of the sites that he has. I really can't share anything exciting because you just see my driveway. But yeah, so we're out here in the camper having camper school, I guess, today. So yeah, hopefully we'll get all of our recordings done so that you can have them today. Well, for Friday. All right, we are going to be going to our third grade Angels book. So we left off where Suds was pretty sure he was going to win that Halo, the first Halo. And his mom was pretty sure he was going to win that Halo too. He thought that everybody else had dropped out of the race. And he says, yes, the Halo is mine. But his mother was wrong, he says. So let's see why he says his mother was wrong. Let me take us over here. All right, so let's go ahead and get our camera going. All right, so we're on our third grade Angels, chapter 13, Chipmunky. Remember that that's the term Mom uses for when he's feeling stressed out and having anxiety. All right, Darren Tapp is still in the race. I sneaked a peek at his cursive. It's as perfect as mine, and I think I saw Mrs. Sims whispering to him. I saw him holding a door for a girl. He sits up perfectly straight in class. I tested him at recess. I stood next to him and dropped a piece of paper on the ground. When I was sure Mrs. Sims wasn't looking, he picked it up. There's only one thing all this can mean. Darren Tapp wants that first Halo too. I guess the big question is, does he want it as bad as I do? I can feel his breath on my neck. I'm running faster and faster. I volunteered to do the dishes at home. My father thought I was joking. He laughed. We have a dishwasher. I tried to buy a box of dog biscuits with my allowance at the supermarket. What's that for? My mother asked. For Mrs. Sims' dog, I told her, Mr. Motto. I thought you told me Mrs. Sims cannot be bribed, she said. She can't, I said, but this isn't for her. It's for her dog. Put it back, she said. Some people don't make it easy being perfect, but I'm not giving up. When I see students heading for the water fountain, I rush ahead and push the button for them. I hold the door for boys. I don't even think the word zipper nose anymore. It's not easy. As soon as I think I'm finally perfect, I think of something I missed. That's pretty funny. I wonder if people think that's kind, where he rushes up ahead of them to push the button for them, or holding the door for the boys, or even not thinking of the name Zipper Nose for his sister anymore. I think it's interesting that he thinks that part of being perfect is how he's sitting in class too. All right, let me get back to it. It's not easy. As soon as I think I'm finally perfect, I think of something I missed. And then there's another problem. People keep messing me up. Like the other day in school, I was doing cursive letter P. Then I had to go to the bathroom. When I came back, I found a whole line of letters with an extra curl at the bottom, so they looked like B's. I looked over at Joey, who was doing his letters. But his face was getting red and blue from trying not to laugh. It took me 5 minutes just to erase the messed up line. That same day after school, I couldn't find my teddy bear Winky. It's always sitting up against my pillow. I finally found it in my underwear drawer. Every day I find something else where it's not supposed to be. I know my sister is doing it. But until I get my Halo, I'm afraid to fight back. So I headed for the tub. Mom found me in the suds. Oh no, she went. Chipmunky again. She was right. I've been in the tub almost every day lately. I'm a nervous wreck, I told her. I don't know why that was funny, but she laughed. Yes, I can see that. She sat on the edge of the tub. Don't you think maybe you're getting a little carried away? Maybe you're taking this angel business a little too far. I have to stay ahead of Darren Tapp, I said. He's just waiting for me to make a mistake. She reached into the tub and tugged my earlobe with soapy fingers. Suds, by the end of the year, everybody will have a halo. It's okay to not be first. It's okay to be second or 10th or even last. It's okay to not be first? I tried to wrap my brain around those words. I couldn't. And then, yesterday, 4 things happened. Chapter 14. Oh no. The first thing happened in the morning, at recess. I saw a candy wrapper on the ground and picked it up. Joey poked me. Why do you keep doing that? I told you before, I said. I want the first halo. But look, he said. He pointed at the school and all around the playground. Mrs. Sims isn't even here. You're not even getting credit for it. I grinned. Yes, I am. He blinked. You are? I got closer. I whispered. She has spies. He boggled. What? Mrs. Sims can't be watching everywhere all the time, so she has spies, her friends. His eyes darted around. How do you know? My mom said. The boggle went away. He did more blinking. Then he was grinning. I mean, not just any grin. The grin was so big it was almost scary. What's so funny? I said. Your mom, he said. What do you mean? He poked me. She was joking, you dude. There ain't no spies. You calling my mom a liar? I'm calling your mom a joker. He tossed a gummy bear at me. It bonked off my nose. There ain't no spies. There ain't no spies? Now it was my turn to boggle. The second thing happened in the afternoon. We were riding home on the bus. My sister sat behind me. She kept taking off her seatbelt and reaching over my seat and sticking her finger in my ear. She knows I can't stand that. It was getting harder and harder for me not to strike back. So I got off the bus early. Hey, she called. It's not our stop. I kept walking. I prayed she wouldn't follow me. She didn't. Two other kids got off with me. Heather first and Constantina Pappas. Heather said, This isn't your stop. I know, I said. I started walking for home. I heard a scream. Buster! Buster! A little black and white dog came around the corner. It had a leash, but there was no person on the other end of the leash. Then the person, a teenage girl, came around the corner chasing the dog and yelling, Buster! Buster! The dog was heading straight for me. It was almost close enough for me to grab the leash when it turned and started across the street. I went after it. I dove after the leash. I grabbed it. I felt the tug of the dog on the other end. I heard screaming. The teenage girl, but something else screaming too, even louder. Brakes. I was lying in the street. I looked up. The dog at the end of the leash was inches from the front fender of a car. Suddenly, the girl was picking me up along with the dog and wrapping us in hugs and tears, and a lady was coming out of the car saying, Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I can't even remember walking the rest of the way home. What I remember is the third thing. The third thing happened in my room, on my bed. I was still shaking too hard to make it to the tub. I closed my eyes. I took deep breaths. I finally started to calm down. When my brain started to work again, this is the first thought it sent to me. Hey man, you just did the best good deed ever. Slam dunk. The halo is yours. Then my brain sent me Joey's words. There ain't no spies. What if he was right? What if there were no spies? Reporting back to Mrs. Sims. What if I wasn't going to get credit? What if the best good deed ever was going to go to waste? The fourth thing started with my brain talking to itself. So don't let it go to waste. How do I do that? Make your own report. So that's what I did. With my best cursive, I wrote down what happened with the dog. I included everything. Buster, Buster! The brake screeching. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh! I filled up the page. I folded it real neat. I put it in an envelope. I sealed the envelope. I put the envelope in my backpack. When I got to school today, I put the envelope on Mrs. Sims' desk, and I couldn't believe what I saw. Another envelope was already sitting there. Oh no, I thought. Oh, let me fix that. Oh no, I thought. Darren Tapp must have done a slam dunk good deed too, and wrote a report and beat me to it. I was shell-shocked. I didn't raise my hand in class all day. I was more zombie than human by the time Mrs. Sims said, "Well, angels, tomorrow's the big day. One of you will be the first to get a halo." All right, we're going to stop there. The next chapter is called The Winner. All righty. Hopefully you're enjoying that. What do you think about the letter? What do you think the second letter is? I have some thoughts about what I think that second letter is, but I wonder what you think it is. Maybe I'll have to have you write a prediction today for our question. That might be a good idea. I wonder what's in the other letter. All right, guys. That's probably going to be our reading question of the day for today, for Friday. What do you think the other letter is about, and maybe who is it from? All right. That should be the last thing that you have for today. So make sure you've done your morning message, your morning work, your grammar test, your spelling test, and we did a new thing in our reading grammar notebook. Let me think if there's anything else. That should be it. All right, guys, I will be happy to read more of our story to you on Monday. Thank you.